Where are we looking on this video? We are looking at Russia, with names like this. They look Indian, don't they? I can't even say them, but they are Russian. When you look at these people, they're a mixture of Mongolian, like Tibetan or even Taiwan looking. They are a mixture of Russians and they're a mixture of Indians. Look at them. They're a mixture of like Eskimos, Indians, Malaysians or Chinese looking. It's all of it all coming together, but the one thing they really do look like when we get to some pictures is they look like Indians. And they live in a very cold part of Russia, but I'll explain why, because I've already put this out on a video, but I'll explain it again. Look at them, they're a mixture, but what they do is they have a festival once a year, like up here at this one. In the festival, it's not about the differences, it's about their traditions. And we'll have a look at this picture. Look how Indian these ones look. They're celebrating their cultures, so it doesn't matter whether you're a Russian or you're a sort of more sort of Malaysian or you're more an Indian. It doesn't matter. They celebrate them all at these games. Anyway, YAKUTSK they're called, and you can read that. It didn't explain what I wanted because I think really they were there and then people moved in, but the temperatures are pretty cold, but they love their temperatures. I've been watching videos about them. I spent like hours watching them last night, just trying to get my head around them. The indigenous people of Siberia, that's what they're called, are also very genetically have affinity with the indigenous people of America. Yes, Indians. But they don't explain that to us, that how alike these people are, do they? And that there's such a swathe of people making these people. Anyway, you can read the little sayings, you can even look it up yourself. I found it quite interesting, to be honest. That's the coldest city, there you go, -50. Oh, it's 2 days drive from I can't say it, that place there. They still live up there, but when they got out of the aeroplane they all started coughing because the air is so dry and so fresh it takes your breath away and you go because it just is such a different air after being in, you know, the aeroplane, I suppose, and stuff. But you know, you can see this sort of Malaysian look on them as well as this Indian look on them. I was just quite interested that they don't explain that there are Indians everywhere. Here they are, wearing a bit more traditional stuff, and yes, there's a mixture of people in there, but there's also Indian. We're getting to some more of the Indian ones in a moment. They seem very happy people and they don't mind the temperatures. But they get like 2 or 3 months where the temperature goes up to about 19-20 degrees, so very similar to us. But in the winters they are really cold. I don't know how they do it. They freeze. We're just looking at pictures. They're like a mixture of it all, but I mean, look at that guy. He just looks like an Indian. That's the national Yakut. Oh, I can't say it, I'm sorry. That's their national costume. Looks very Indian to me. Doesn't it look quite Indian to you? Someone outside talking. I'll shut my window. Yeah, look at that. Look like Indians, don't they? Just don't have the feathers the same. Well, some of them do, but they just don't. Their thing isn't about feathers. They have feathers in their hair, but they're not like the Indians in America, but they're still very similar, aren't they? Look at that. I was a bit shocked, to be honest. And I'm going to stop this bit here. This video would have gone out. I already think that, sorry, it's not very clear, but this is Greenland, America's over here, and we, you know, are this way round. That's Africa, Australia's there, and the reason they're so cold is they're up the top, near the edge, or whatever it is. That's why it's so cold up there. They have the same temperatures as Antarctica, basically, and they live there, but not all year round. Here we go, here's more of them. Just waiting for the page to load up. And there they are. I mean, they do have this Russian bit in them and this sort of Malaysian bit in them, but they also have this Indian bit in them. And like a mixture of all of it together. Amazing. As well as looking like Eskimos at the time. So that's one of them. I mean, he's probably just looks like an Indian, doesn't he, really? Just not classified the same. Anyway, so obviously I know someone, Marlena, she lives in Canada about there, and there's an Indian reservoir there, and then those ones live there. Up at this bit, or like, yeah, up here. Which is quite close, I suppose, once it's turned round. I don't know. Anyway, I've been trying to work it out. And then this is their ceremony they have once a year. See, they're very Indian-like. And they like their birds. They like the birds, just like the Indians with the feathers. And they have these ceremonies, you know, and they're very proud of their traditions. They go there for, you know, to feel better, so that they're refreshed, because they're obviously doing lots of ceremonies. They look quite Indian, don't they? The guys in brown. And I mean, she could be an Indian. You could stick a feather set on her, she'd look like an Indian. Anyway, I know that the Indians, these are the American ones, theirs is a bit more with feathers and stuff, but traditionally they're probably very, very similar. And some of the Russians had feathers in those ceremonies. They look, the shoes, the things, they're just very, 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 very similar. Where am I going now? I was waiting for the page to load up. More Indians. But their dressed sense is very Russian. Native people. Anyway, I was looking at the temperatures, right? In Antarctica, it gets to -60, -10 to -60 on this one. Yeah. Although what it said was that where you come up to some of Antarctica from the sea, it's not frozen at that point, it's frozen when you get on the land. Then that one said during the winter it gets -10 to -30, and then this one's in the summer this is Antarctica, it gets to -4 or -20 Celsius, except on the coast there it rises to 0 on the peninsula, the Antarctic peninsula. And then when you get to the Siberia temperatures, their temperatures in the winter are fairly similar to Antarctica, but their summers are a lot warmer. They get up to maybe 19-20 degrees for a few months, and then it starts snowing again, and then there's months and months of cold set in. They're probably a bit Eskimo-like as well, aren't they? But anyway, that was my find. What do you make of that? That after all, there are all these Indians in Siberia. I wish they'd tell us the truth more, to link everything together rather than separating everything out. And yeah, thanks for watching my video.